I'm a physicist slash lyricist, smash ignorance, it's a miss when I'm spitting this. Newton's laws of motion be the topic of the course. Things in motion stay in motion unless they hit an unbalanced force. Well, next up, second law, situation and summation. Force equals mass times acceleration. That's the second law, Newton foresaw. Y'all want more than the third law is in store. So every force got an opposite force. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The sum of all objects at rest is zero unless the object's no longer relaxing. I'm in a motion, changing location, till it hits traction, coefficient of friction. Then it all comes to a full stop. There it goes, Newton laws over there. It is. Okay. It is. Yeah.
That's cool. I ain't never heard nobody rap about science. You had never heard that before.
It can be done,
But
though,
no
man.
offense, but half of our teachers.
Yeah, of course.
Now maybe if they were a person
If
of
you
color, it
have
would be
something
way
that I have to
easier.
memorize and I have to really get really quickly, and like, you know, the studying is not quite working, I'll take that chapter or those first few pages and I try to write a verse out of it. And I know I'm always going to practice my last verse, so I memorize it much quicker. Works for that too.
And it's also a knack, so you decide to remember it harder or
Exactly.
longer because you like to do it.
Exactly.
Kind of same thing as that weird Miley Cyrus one where she does the dance for the human body.
Yeah, but you know the parts of the human body
Yeah.
do it, right? It works. You know? They ignore the content. It's actually to mask their content, their inability to have command of the content. Explain it to you. So if I go to a class and I'm teaching about kinematics, if I only know the basic ideas about kinematics, I am not going to teach it in a way that allows the kids to ask me deep questions about kinematics. Because if I do, then I'm going to sort of show the folks that I don't know what I'm talking about. So the first thing that educators make a big, administrators make a big mistake is you say, this guy says I'm a chemistry teacher. So you're under the impression that he's a chemistry expert. You got to test that content expertise. Because oftentimes, having poor instruction and using it as a weed out class is a mask for the fact that you don't really know what the heck is going on, content-wise.
Okay.
And the last piece is this. If you're teaching science, and here's a bunch of quotes. The Common Core Learning Standards, this is a big push. The NRC standards, National Research Council standards. The NSES, National Standard for Educational Statistics, recent studies.
What is that? What was the last one?
NRC.
Okay, I got that.
So Common Core, NRC, and I believe it's NSES. Science-mindedness. And you can have science-mindedness in any science class, chemistry or otherwise. And these are the skills for science-mindedness. Curiosity, persistence, being analytical, and showing evidence for your work, and collaboration. So if that teacher is teaching that class and you don't have evidence of those 5 things, then you can say, listen, this is just not me telling you to be a better teacher. This is me as an educator saying you have to reflect what the national standards movement is. And that requires that you have to exhibit these things in the classroom. And if you can't foster that, then maybe you don't need to be here. Or you don't know your profession. Because if you know your profession, you realize that this has to be part of what you're doing.